We'll get there. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening on this beautiful Tuesday night, as it is time for the 330 to go high school football show. I am Mike Vorhies.
Matt Magaw signing in.
Joined by Matt Magaw. But before we dive in to the Ohio high school playoffs, Matt, we got to start on a little bit of a somber note this evening.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, a huge tragedy today in Columbus regarding the Tuskegee Valley High School. Their marching band was involved in a very serious accident on I-70 near Columbus. We're aware that so far, I believe there are 6 casualties, although I don't have a clue whether it's adults or children. So on behalf of the 330 to go high school football show, myself, and I'm pretty sure I can speak for you, Matt, thoughts and prayers to everybody involved, parents, the community. We're with Tuskegee Valley tonight. You know, obviously, our thoughts and prayers to everybody involved. And yeah, I mean, just it sucks when it's close to home like that.
It puts everything in perspective, right? And I mean, it immediately makes you stop, drop, think of everyone involved, and your heart just goes out, and it's incredibly sad. So thoughts and prayers, absolutely.
Yep, absolutely. Dropped to my knees earlier today when I heard about it. Yeah. I mean, it rocked me. I've got two young kids, so it really, one is in high school, so it really hit home. So again, thoughts and prayers to the Tuskegee Valley High School. They're in the 330, so much love to them, their community, and now we gotta turn the page a little bit. Let's talk football, and it is championship time. It is regional championship games taking place this Friday night. Matt, we've got some incredible matchups. We've got a few shockers as well. We're going to dive right on in, starting with Division I, Region 1. Lakewood St. Ed's, fresh off their win of Canton McKinley last week. They will take on the 6th seed Medina Bees, who defeated Cleveland Heights. This game will take place at Parma Byers Field at Robert Bolton Stadium. That is where St. Ed's played last week, so they're a little bit familiar with the stadium. I don't understand how all of this works.
But we have to say it because we saw in the comment sections this week a lot of people even saying, "Oh, we were there last week. It feels like a home game." There's a lot when it comes down to this OHSA that goes into it that I'm learning, and I'm
still learning.
You know, and I don't think I'll ever even understand it, but I kind of do side on the idea of if you played there last week, you shouldn't be playing there 2 weeks in a row at this point.
I agreed 100%. I will say this. There's one thing I will say about last week's game between McKinley and St. Ed's. So I was up in the press box, obviously, with Q92 calling the game. That was the most quiet game I have ever been a part of. Very little crowd interaction, very few, crowd roars. Like there was one fan that had a cowbell, but other than that, it was very somber. It was really strange. So I don't know if it's going to be much of a home game for Lakewood St. Ed's, but they are the number 1 seed. They are the favorite in that game. But can we count out the Medina Bees, who shocked everyone by beating Cleveland Heights? I was on the Cleveland Heights train all year.
Wadsworth,
right?
Even though they beat him earlier in the season, and then you come out and crushed Mike's dreams.
I'm a 2-point conversion away from Cleveland Heights being in this, but this is why
your state champ pick.
This is why they play the game, and I tip my hat to Medina. We've covered them a lot this year, and obviously they're rolling at the right time. So it'll be a big contest against Lakewood St. Ed's. But guess what? That's not all. There's so much more going on. Region 5, a rematch between Walsh Jesuit and Hoban This game originally slated for Twinsburg. It shifted, and it now is
quickly
at the University of Akron's Infocision Stadium. Now, Walsh got thumped 51-0 the last time these two teams played.
That's a nice word.
Thumped? Yes, they got thumped.
I was.
Is it going to be the same thing, or do you think Walsh is ready to go?
It has to be a different game. Just has to. Because
I don't know. Hoban looks really good. They continue to roll.
I'm not going to take anything away from that. To me, from the perspective of what you and I have had of seeing teams week in, week out, kind of following them, knowing a little bit of the updates and stuff, and obviously having connections at these schools, I think it feels a little different. And what is that different?
Yeah, I'm hoping it's a great game.
It could be 65-7. I mean, so it's still going to be different, right?
Well, let's hope it's not that.
I don't think it will be. I think that
Walsh will be ready to go.
Walsh woke up in a sense.
Yeah, I think that game was a wake-up call to them, and
everything in perspective of where they are in measuring themselves to another school. But at the end of the day, this Division II across the board.
Oh my goodness!
That's like one of the best divisions in the country. As crazy as that sounds, it's true. Look it up.
And we're gonna move on to the next game out of Division II. This is Region 6. Avon, undefeated Avon, 13-0, the number 1 seed, will take on Highland. They're 11-2, and this game will take place at the Strongsville Pat Catan Stadium. So shout out to Medina Highland. They're hanging on. The Hornets hanging on.
Who are you picking? Actually, Mike, do you just want to hit the pick'ems? Because we're picking about every one of these, aren't we?
Yeah, we'll go down the list. So Region 1, Division 1, I'm going to go with Lakewood St. Ed's.
I'll stay St. Ed's.
Just as dominant as they were last week against McKinley. Watching that, I mean, they're loaded.
That's our we had them up to this point. I know you had Cleveland Heights, but
I'm a believer now of Lakewood St. Ed's after seeing them in person. We'll do. I'm going to take Hoban over Walsh. Just because Hoban put 51 on them. And
I had Hoban coming out of the region.
Yeah, it's got to be tough for you picking against Walsh, but
I'm sure apparently I've picked against somebody.
I'm sure Hank is ecstatic that you are picking Hoban. So
I mean my region when we did this 3 weeks ago, I had Hoban.
Oh, I get it. I'll take Avon over Highland. Although shocking breaking news that I have heard, Avon lost their starting quarterback. He was injured last week.
Really?
In their game. So not sure how that is going to change the dynamic. I do like Highland a lot. I think that they have a great defense, but Avon's undefeated, and
you've got them coming out too per our pre.
I like Avon. They beat McKinley. They look really good. So I'm going to ride with Avon.
Stay with Avon and stay with my original pick.
And a big one in Region 7 as the Massillon Tigers and the Green Bulldogs will do battle at Canton Hoover Memorial Stadium. So Green just played there last week.
Yep.
No, Massillon played there last week.
Played there. There's
Massillon and Lake. Yep, Massillon gets the same field that they were just on.
Yeah,
but that's okay. Man, I want to pick Green so bad. I'm not lying to you. I am ecstatic for the Bulldogs, but you know what? Massillon is just so good. Give me a TIG. I'm going Tigers here.
I'm not going to do the whole cheer. I saw enough of the TIGs in the comment section, and I got to tread lightly with the Massillon because I don't know if I'm.
Man, there were some people a little upset over the defeat 2 years ago.
I feel like I could
blaming the refs, and my goodness, folks.
If I don't want to pick against Green and I don't really want to pick Massillon, I could pick it in between and technically just pick the refs, right? Because they could
wow. I just picked the refs. No, don't do that. Pick a team. Who you taking?
I had Massillon win the state championship.
So you need to say ERS. There you go.
No, I'll just go with I have Massillon winning Division 2.
All right, moving on to Division 3, Region 9, Youngstown Ursuline.
Yeah.
We'll take on Chardon at Ravenna Portage Community Bank Stadium, Harry Gilchrist Field. That is a mouthful. I like Youngstown Ursuline in that one.
I'm staying with Ursuline as well.
Chardon looks good, but Youngstown is undefeated, so we'll ride with them. Moving on now to Division 4, Region 13, Canton South, fresh off their defeat. They defeated West Branch. They will take on Struthers, who is also in the 330, I was informed. So I apologize for that. I didn't know Struthers was in the 330. Learning as we go. This game will take place at Talmadge Larry Bagnoli Stadium.
I'm rolling with
I thought that game changed. I thought Canton South went. Oh no, that's South Range.
South Range got moved to.
They're going to play Twinsburg. Yep, they'll play at Twinsburg. Never mind. We'll get to there. We'll get there. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm going Poochie Snyder. Give me all of Poochie Snyder. This kid, dynamic. 4 touchdowns last week in the win over West Branch.
Just so you know, Mike, he did knock out your pick, and you had West Branch.
I know, but I told you I didn't want to pick against Canton South, and I know I had West Branch.
We both had him coming out of the region.
I was ride or die with West Branch, but hey, Canton South, kudos to the Wildcats, 13-0, first time in school history.
Yeah.
That is going to be a really good game, but I will take Canton South. They're rocking and rolling right now. Moving on to Division 5, Region 17, the Perry Pirates. Not Perry Massillon, Perry Pirates up by Lake Erie. They will take on South Range at Twinsburg Tiger Stadium. Give me the Perry Pirates. I like South Range, and South Range's one and only loss this year came to the Green Bulldogs, and that seemed to have catapulted South Range.
I have South Range winning D5.
Wow. You're gonna take South Range?
Yeah.
All right. Perry is undefeated. They are the number 1 seed.
Perry just beat Garfield?
Yes, the G-Men.
Which was another one of Mike's.
Hey, I was trying to stay
are you
local.
Noticing a trend here?
That I shouldn't pick any games and no one should listen to me.
Your D1's gone. D2 is alive because you had Massillon.
Yeah.
Your original D3 of Norton.
No.
Okay. D5, 4. Now 4, West Branch.
Yeah.
D5, Garfield. So Mike, come on, bud.
Listen, this is a marathon. This is a marathon, not a sprint. And I have a feeling we'll be having this conversation when you lose a few. But
I'm losing. There's a fact.
I am far from perfect, and this is a guessing game for me. This is why they play the game.
It's a little bit. I just,
I'll eat crow, man.
I'm going for the clean sweep.
I
want regular season, postseason. I want it all.
You're doing well, man. Moving on to Division 6, Region 21. Kirtland takes on Magaw at Macedonia Nordonia Boliance Stadium. The Wildcats coming on strong, but I think you and I both have Kirtland in this game.
We both. We have them both.
Kirtland is really good. So
I'm going to go with Kirtland as well, even though, Magaw it's been a really good – I don't think – at the beginning of the season, Magaw was kind of trying to find their identity, and I'll be honest with you, like week 8, they've really been on. They turned it on.
They turned it on.
Obviously, anybody who's in the playoffs at this point, is on a winning streak.
Hey, so it's going to be a good game, but I think Kirtland is Kirtland, and they're really good. So we'll move on to Region 23. One of the newest teams of the 330 that I'm now becoming more and more familiar with. Sugar Creek Garraway 13-0. They will take on West Jefferson. This will take the game is at Zanesville Salzburger Stadium. So give me Garraway. I'm going to ride with Garraway.
I'm going to ride with 330.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take the 330 there.
And then
welcome to it. I didn't know that either.
No, I appreciate the comments coming in about Garraway, West Holmes.
Did not know
These are teams that we need to know. We know the 330 is a large area. I'm finding out about Struthers. I had no idea about Struthers. I had to Google them twice because I was like, no.
But you know what I mean? They beat Mentor Lake last week, Catholic, and they beat Poland, East Liverpool. I mean, they've had 3 close games leading into that. So Struthers learning about.
And then Division 6. 7. That's a 7.
That's a
math
7.
is hard. That's the Roman numerals throw me
Carry
off.
the 4.
Yeah, carry the 4, capitalize the I. Got it. Region 25, Division 7, Dalton and Danville at Dover Crater Stadium. And guess what? Give me Danville.
You that's your state champ.
Danville.
That is your state champ.
Listen, I think this is going to be I'm going to go out on a limb here, Matt. I don't do that often, but I'm going to go out on a limb. This is the game of the night on Friday.
Wait.
This is the game of the night on Friday.
Dalton and Danville.
Dalton and Danville is going to be the game.
It's going to be the closest game of all.
I think so. Let me
shout
out to Dalton. They've had an amazing season, 11-1. They're the number 1 seed, but Danville 13-0, and they are a fine-tuned machine currently. So
yeah, I mean, if I had to, I think that South range Perry, but.
Okay.
I'd say close, but I like where you're at with the Dalton Danville.
I think Dalton Danville is going to be good.
There's a few teams we've learned a lot about in the last 3 weeks. So.
And those are the ones with the 330 teams. So there are 14 330 teams left. 14. Clapping it away.
Hopefully we have at least 8.
Well, there's only a few that are playing each other. Maslin Green, Hoban Walsh, Struthers. Who's Struthers playing again? I already forgot.
No, Struthers has Canton South.
So those are 2 right there. Those are 330 teams. So there's 6.
So yeah.
Yeah, we might lose a few. But hey, that's
how it goes, at this point.
And then the let's try that again. OSHAA, the Ohio High School Athletic Association, will announce the next round of playoff games once this weekend's games are done, usually early Sunday. I know a lot of most of the games were known by Saturday night last week, and then they announced the 2 stadium changes Sunday morning. So we'll do the best we can to jump all over that. Matt, we've gotten our pick'ems out of the way. Congrats to you. I believe that you are the pick'em king this season. So the platter that you see right there in the background,
you mention all the time.
That's right there. I've held it for a year. I'm going to autograph it, and then I will pass it along to you. I will sign it and date it, and then it becomes yours, my friend.
Yeah, put a saying on there like a jersey sign.
I will.
If we were able to do jersey signs, that'd be
great. Let's do it, man. So yeah, it's going to be a great weekend. No, you know what? I'm going to be blunt honest. So I've worked for Q92 for this entire football season, only missing one Friday for a trip that I go on every year. This will be my first Friday off in quite a while. And so I am going to spend it with my wife and my son. My daughter's headed to a play at CVCA.
Well, family time, man.
So it'll be a little family night. I will be tuned in on Twitter to kind of keep an eye on some of these games. And I'm sure our chat on Facebook, the group page, all of that's going to be rocking and rolling, people telling us. So obviously, if you're going to any games, I'm sure, Matt, you're going to stream something from the comfort of your living room.
No, I'm gonna go to the Walsh Hoban.
Walsh Hoban, okay, at Infosystem Stadium. I like it.
I was at the Walsh Hudson one last week, so I watched
All right.
that.
Are you gonna try to get some interviews? You gonna
We'll see.
take your credentials and see what you can get?
Well, we'll see about all that. Sometimes
you never know.
I don't know. Leave it up to the coaches at this point. I don't really want to get in their way too much.
Well, I know that the coach for Walsh very well. So
I wouldn't say very well. I would not.
You know each other. I mean,
I've heard of him. You've
heard of him. Got it. We interviewed him earlier this season.
There you go. Exactly.
So we had him on the show. So yeah, this has been so much fun, and hopefully we'll be able to get some interviews once the state champions have been decided. We will reach out to these schools and see if we can get a couple of the coaches on, and love to pick their brains a little bit postseason, and
and then continue. I mean, it's nice too with the weekly comments and stuff like that. Everyone for the most part is playing nice in the sandbox. There's a few times that I guess people can get rowdy and passionate, and I did side with a few people where I like the preference that they are kids. At the end of the day, they're 13 to 19 years old in some cases, depending. But you get it doesn't matter. That's a kid, and so we get passionate about it, and we kind of can lose sight of that. And so definitely, I just want to tell everybody thank you for commenting. Keep it within range there at times.
Yeah, and I noticed over the last couple of weeks we've had, I think we're up to 4.5K in followers of the page.
Yeah. We have 45 followers. Remember, I'm bad at
4.5K.
Okay, sorry.
So 4,500 people have joined our little group
this year.
So yeah, just this year, we're very excited and thankful for all of you that have joined the ride, and we're only going to go up from here.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're only going to go up from here.
Well, Mike, yeah, man, a little bit shorter this week because it's starting to.
We don't have as much to talk about. Obviously, again, we started with a little somber news and then jumped right into the playoff games, the championship games tonight. Or not tonight, Friday. Sorry, I'm a little ahead of myself. So Friday, it is championship time. We'll see some divisional champions.
No, it'll be regional.
Regional. I'd see. I'm off my game tonight.
Yeah, just
all right. We'll get there.
Remember how we were saying like region 1, 2, and
all we'll get some champions decided, and then the bracket's just going to continue to get smaller and smaller. So
heading to the final 4.
Yeah. So once again, we want to thank you all for joining us tonight. The 330 to go high school football show. It's championship time. Good luck to those that are playing on Friday night. Repping the 330. We're behind you. We want to see some wins here, and hopefully I don't lose any more games, but I probably will. It's fine. It's all good. It is all good. But until next week, everyone, be safe. Enjoy it. Matt, happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, man. I'll see you before that, right?
I'm hoping. We'll see how next week goes. I'd like to take a vacation, so we'll see. Maybe we'll squeeze something in early week.
So it's clear, yes, absolutely. If I don't see you or talk to you in the next 2 weeks, well, I'm gonna be mad.
Next week.
All right.
Thanksgiving's next Thursday.
Is it?
Yes.
All right.
How do you not know? How do you not know?
Man, I'm just enjoying it. It's
one of the greatest. It's one of the greatest holidays of all time. You get to eat food, have your family, have some fellowship, and watch football. What's better than that in a day? I mean,
true statement.
So it'll be amazing. But folks, be safe. Watch for the posts on the page. Let us know where you're at on Friday. I know Matt will most likely put up that post wanting to know where fans will be on Friday. Drop pictures, throw score updates, and then obviously when we do the big scoreboard call, you guys put in the scores. And I can't wait to see who comes out on top as regional champions as of Friday night. See, I got it. Once I thought about it.
Let's go.
So until then, folks, be safe, be kind to each other. We'll see you next time here on the 330 to Go High School Football Show. For Matt Magaw, I'm Mike Vorhies. We'll see you next week.